This happened to me 1 year ago. Our final exams were coming up, and I still needed to do a lot more preparation. Usually our school's library would close by 5, but because of the exams, the school decided that the library would be kept open until midnight, so that if kids wanted, they could stay to study and prepare for the exams. My house wasn't far away from the school, so instead of studying at home, I preferred studying in the quiet, calm library and mostly prepared for the exams there. That day I left my house at 6 o'clock and soon reached the library to prepare for the exams. I was so absorbed and studying, I didn't realize that it was now 10 o'clock. I had never stayed in the library for that long. Usually I would be on my way home at around 8. Even at 8 o'clock there would be at least some students in the library. But at 10 there was absolute silence. I only had about 10 to 15 minutes of work left, so I decided I'll just finish this quickly and then return home. I was completely lost in my work when I heard someone limping. I came out of my thoughts and looked around. It was empty. I looked back and saw that the book must have fallen off the shelf itself. I picked it up and ran out of the library. There's a very long corridor outside our school library. At the end of that corridor, when you turn right, you'll find the school exit door. I went through the corridor and was quickly getting near the exit. When I saw a woman standing at the end of that corridor, I didn't know who she was, but as I got nearer, I felt more and more uncomfortable. I got so uncomfortable that I called out, "Who's there?" As soon as I said that, she was gone within a few seconds. I sighed a breath of relief and continued out the front door. Due to exhaustion and hunger, I couldn't even walk properly. But I noticed that the street was strangely completely empty, which was extremely odd because this street is normally very busy. Even at night, you can see people walking on the street. Due to panic and fear, I kept looking at the ground while walking. I was nearly home when suddenly I saw a shadow on the ground stretching out to me, even though there was no one around me. Music. When I lifted my head, I saw a woman walking in front of me. Music. I found her very strange. She looked as if she was disabled and that she was having trouble walking, and she was walking so slowly that I caught up to her in no time. Now I was so close to her that I could see her clearly. She was wearing tattered, dirty clothes, and her hands and feet were twisted. Also, her hair looked very messy. I found it so strange that I stopped in my tracks. My gut was telling me over and over not to go any closer to this woman. I didn't even have the courage to overtake her and walk on music. I was frozen. I couldn't utter a word due to shock. My brain went numb. I didn't know how to answer her strange question. Music. Fear. I pointed far, far away to the woman over there. Just wanted her to go away. She limped to where I had pointed to her, and she walked so far away that I could unsee her anymore. I was terrified of the thought that she might appear in front of me again, so I ran as fast as I could. At that point, my brain could unthink about anything else other than finding someone who could help me. A car or a person or anyone, and then at that moment I heard that woman screaming from far away. She is here. After that, I remember nothing. When I became conscious, I found out that my neighbor found me passed out on the ground and he brought me home. I found this out from him. Hi everyone. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you again with another creepy story. Until then, bye. It was a dark and stormy night. The wind was howling and rain was pouring down in buckets. Suddenly, the lights went out and a bolt of lightning flashed across the sky, illuminating a dark figure standing in the corner of the room. The creature had sharp fangs and claws, and its eyes glowed an eerie red in the darkness. The teenager screamed and tried to run, but the creature was quick. It lunged forward and sank its claws into his arm, and then everything went black. The next morning, the townspeople found the boy's body lying in the forest. His arm was covered in blood, and his eyes were wide with terror. They never found the creature, but they knew one thing. Something evil had come to town. This chilling tale is just one of many that have been shared in the comments section of my videos. These stories are scary, suspenseful, and sometimes even supernatural. I am here to tell you these stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat all night long, but I need your help. I want to hear your scary story. Share your experiences with me and who knows, maybe I'll feature your story in a future video. So what are you waiting for? Let your imagination run wild and let me know what spooky stories you have to tell. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest, lived a young girl named Elara. Elara was known throughout the village for her kindness and compassion. She would often be seen tending to the needs of the elderly and the sick, always offering a helping hand to those in need. But despite her many good deeds, the villagers couldn't help but whisper behind her back, believing her to be a witch. One day, Elara's brother, Thomas, decided to confront the villagers about their hurtful words. He warned them to stop spreading rumors about his sister, threatening to expose their own secrets if they didn't. But the villagers only laughed in his face, dismissing his threats as the ramblings of a madman. Determined to prove them wrong, Thomas set out on a journey to find a powerful wizard who could defend his sister's honor. After traveling for weeks, Thomas finally came across a wise old wizard who agreed to help him. The wizard gave Thomas a potion that would reveal the truth about Elara, dispelling the rumors that had been plaguing her. With the potion in hand, Thomas returned to the village, eager to clear his sister's name. But as he approached his house, he heard voices coming from inside. Peeking through a window, he saw his sister kneeling before the village elder, confessing to being a witch. Thomas was shocked and heartbroken. He couldn't believe that Elara, who had always been so honest and open, would lie to him and the villagers. As he watched, Elara drank a vial of poison, proving her innocence. The villagers gasped in horror as they realized they had been wrong about her all along. But it was too late. Ilara had sacrificed herself to protect those she loved. In the end, the villagers were left to regret their actions, and Thomas was left to grieve the loss of his sister. Now, whenever the wind blows through the village, the villagers can hear Ilara's voice whispering their secrets. And they can never escape the haunting realization that they had condemned an innocent witch to death. Do you believe in witches? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this story with your friends if you think they'll like it. But that's not all. I have a special treat for you. Watch this video next for more scary stories. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on new videos. Thanks for watching.